So, hey guys, how's it going? So this is my second YouTube video. I don't know how good it's gonna be or not, but we're having fun here. So, anyway, I don't really know what to talk about. I don't really know what video to make exactly. I'm clearly in my kitchen, and there's things going on that should be ignored, but yet I pointed it out. Anyway, yeah, I thought that I would just say kind of what I'm doing today, what I'm about, things like that. I don't know. I made these almond crackers to go with my homemade guac, and yeah, so if anybody ever wanted the recipe or something like that, I could do a video about that, but I already made it, so that's not what this video is about today. I also made a fruit smoothie, including vegetables, and it's very good, and I would like to share that too, but I'd like, to see some interest. Also, like, the lens kind of looks a little dusty, but oh well. But yeah, so I've been just chilling. I've been hanging out, and I guess we could talk about something. Let's talk about something. I'm probably gonna edit a lot of this out. I really hope I do, because I have no idea how to edit. Yeah. Oh, nails too. These aren't the greatest. This isn't the greatest job I've ever done on my. There's my cat over there. His name is. Oh wait, that's Smokums. She never comes out here. That's Smokums. She's precious. But anyway, these are my nails, and I didn't do the best job ever. Is that gonna like focus? Could have done better, but I did a pretty good job, and I think they look cool. And they are acrylics, and I painted them myself. So if you also wanted a tutorial on something like that, I could do that too. I also do like pretty decent. My hair looks crazy. I do like some pretty decent makeup as well. And when I do my hair, I can do it pretty cool too. I also just dyed it, which it's blue. I mean, everything ends up. I even have these plugs for my ears that I kind of made out of two different size of plugs. They're blue and they look really dope. But it's funny because blue's not even really my color. Like, it's not. I mean, it's my color. Like, it's not like I can't pull it off, and I think it looks pretty dope. But like, I just end up with blue all the time, whether I like it or not. Like, my nails are blue, my nose ring is blue, my hair is freaking blue. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find. Hopefully all of that was like edited out, if I know how to edit. Anywho, sorry, this is like super dusty, but I've got my jewelry box, and I added this photo to it. I put that in there, and I cut it. I mean, Google, hello, printout, hello. But it's very cute. I love this box, and it plays music, but I don't really need it to play music, because why? I mean, I'll be doing like putting in my earrings, and then I'll be like going to sleep, and I'll be asleep, and then I'll be still putting on my earrings, and then I'll wake up because it stops. Anyway, I keep looking at the viewfinder. That's not correct. Anyway, these are the earrings that I was talking about, and they're quite dusty actually. They should be washed. But here, I don't know if you can tell, but these are the plugs that I made. And what I did was I took 5/8, which was originally my size, but I've downsized, not on purpose, but I have stretched back up again. My ears were acting really weird. If you also want any suggestions, tutorials, any help, any information whatsoever, I've apprenticed twice as a piercer. I've never actually physically done a piercing in the shop, but I do know how to do piercings and I know how to take care of them, and I could definitely do tutorials on that. But this one, anyway, I took a 5/8, which is my size at the time, and it was just a tunnel, or I guess you could call it eyelet as well. And then I had these plugs here, these glass plugs, that were a bit smaller and were only flared in the front, as well as, see how this is also only flared in the front as well. Oh my god, this focus really sucks. Anyway, yeah, so we've got that, and I kind of made those. And of course, here you go again, the blue. The blue. But I don't really mind it. That's cool. I mean, it's a cool color. This too. Yeah, I guess this has been turning into like piercing and body modification talk. Let's do that today. That's actually a good freaking plan. Let's do it. But anyway, with my hair too, my thoughts are also very discombobulated. Yeah, that's a word. Anyway, I do have ADHD. I used to take medication for it. Now I don't take medication for it. Yeah, I don't really like pills and things like that. So, but I haven't for years, and so I just chalk it up to that's just how I am. That's just how it is. But anyway, so I was talking about my hair being this blue color, which is an awesome blue color, and I've had it before. It looks good, but it's called Vintage Teal. I think it's by L'Oreal, and it's not teal. And then the woman on the front has gray hair. It's not gray, because when you put it on, it comes out straight up blue, like fully blue. But over time, like after a couple months, it does turn into kind of like a more gray-y blue color, which I like. I wanted my hair originally to be like a dark gray color, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to get that color without having a ton of blues, or and I definitely didn't really want green in my hair, although I think I probably sort of have. Once this fades a bit, we'll probably have some green undertones, but it turns out like all wonky colors, so I go with more of like really dark blues, so really dark, like black blues, or just or like an intense blue like this, so that when it does fade, it'll fade into the correct color. Whereas if you do a silver hair dye or a gray hair dye, you're gonna get a lot of undertones. Or typically a silver hair dye, they will tell you that it's only for blonde hair because it really doesn't fully cover your hair, and once it fades, it's just a top coat, kind of, basically, to make your already almost silvery colored hair look silvery. And also the same with the gray. Kind of, you can put gray on and it might look gray for the first, for a little while, and then once you wash it, it might turn out looking pretty blue, sometimes green, sometimes streaky and splashy. Now my hair never really ends up that perfect, and right now I have it back because it looks crazy. But anyway, yeah, so there's that. Yeah, hair tips too, I can also help out with. So if y'all have any questions about that sort of thing, put it in the comments. I'll make you a video. Let's do it. I don't know why I said let's do it. Let's do it. Let's keep talking. Anyway, so this is, like I said, my jewelry box, which you can't get both me and the jewelry box in the frame, and the camera's kind of already set up to look at me, and I just don't really want to move the camera. Anyway, so I've got like random, and excuse the staining and crap on the bag. It's like whatever. Those are just some O-rings I have. These are a different size of glass. I actually don't remember what size this is, but they are. Can you see that? Is it gonna focus? Is it gonna focus? Of course it's not gonna freaking focus. That would just be too perfect. But these are green, see-through green. You can kind of see that a little bit, sort of. But these are see-through green. I do have a set of this. And again, like I said, what I did was I took some tunnels like this, put something like this in it. Now these are smaller than the ones in the middle, so it wouldn't work. But basically just pop that right in there. Pop that right in there. And then it shows the front, and then it's really cute. Let me put some of this away. Sorry, I'm not used to being on camera, so I'm just gross. Anyway, I also have these. These are even a smaller size. Again, I don't know the exact sizes, so I'm not even going to give you an estimate, although I could probably get it correct on what size they're. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. These ones are red, see-through. Yeah. So, there's those ones. Those ones, look. These ones are one of my favorite ones, but they don't fit my ears. And I'm trying to get my ears a little bigger rather than smaller. And I haven't put in my earrings yet because I do want to do my workout and then get a shower and wash my face in that and then put my earrings in after. Also, when you have stretched ears, if you get them wet, let them dry completely before putting anything in it, because it will start to mess up your skin. It'll give you it's like the same thing as if you don't dry off and you just put your clothes on. Some areas might get a rash, or eventually the skin starts to rub and peel off, and it really starts to kind of hurt inside. Also, let me touch on another subject here. I don't know how legit silicone is or not. I don't know if any professional would ever suggest it or not, but I do know that there is surgical grade silicone, just like there's surgical grade stainless steel, that is supposedly safe for your ears. But I've noticed for my ears are a bit thick. See, and when I wear these, they just chafe my ears, and they're bad and they're garbage, in my opinion. For me, I don't like them. I don't use them anymore. I wouldn't necessarily suggest them unless your ears are stretched and then very well healed for like months or years or a year. That's just what I think. If you are gonna wear them, and if you are gonna wear them, don't wear them long term. That's my suggestion. Do not wear them long term, because it can create rashes, and it's just not fun, and it can eventually your ears can split and get cuts, and it will hurt. And that's actually why I had to downsize, because I took out my earrings, my 5/8 earrings, and I ended up not wearing them for a couple days because my ears were healing from some skin stuff that was going on, and they were starting to hurt. So I let them go for a little bit, but then by the time they were healed, I tried to put my 5/8 in, and they didn't fit. So I do have to keep them at like a smaller size for right now, which is fine. But I really want to get back to at least 5/8 the way I was before. But that's what happens when you kind of DIY things. You sort of listen, but you sort of don't. My life is all about trial and error. Hence also these out of frame burnt almond crackers that need more salt. But they are crackers, and they are square, and they work, and I can eat them with wok, so that's cool. Yeah, so there's that. I also have, what do I have? Like, and let me know if you want me to do like a more focused jewelry box video or anything like that, because this is kind of like all over the place. I'm just explaining some things about myself. Oh, these are one of my absolute favorites. These are brass. These are weights, and you wear them just like that. Some people put it so the back end is towards the front as well. It's just decorative the way you want. So I have these, and yes, they're super heavy. No, they don't bother me, and they do not hurt my ears. These were probably my most expensive investment as far as ear jewelry, as far as earrings. They were over $100, I think. Well worth it though. Well worth it. I live in Minneapolis, so whenever I've gone to get my jewelry, it's typically been at Leviticus, which is a tattoo and piercing place. I love that place. They have some beautiful koi fish. I have a little issue with the way their pond is. It's quite small. These fish are, huggable size. Like large, like my hands are on a frame here, but they're large koi fish. They're large size koi fish. And they're in like a little shallow tea pond, which looks good, makes the shop, and again, the aesthetics, Leviticus is a nice shop, a nice shop. Like, kind of open looking. It has like it's like very zen, has a lot of like plants and artists' paintings, and then they have their jewelry all displayed nice, and the people there too. What I love is that you go to these body modification, these piercing places, these tattoo places, or even to get plastic surgery or something. I've never been to those places, but you can meet people like that, and there's sometimes a certain way they act in a group. There's kind of a certain attitude about it, and especially when it comes to artists, when it comes to like tattoo artists, for example, a lot of them can get real cocky because they know that I'm making a video here because they know that they have a talent that not a lot of people have. So they expect that if you're going to them, you kind of have to go to them, and that you're gonna pay for their work even if they act like assholes. Don't contribute to a business that ever acts like that. Doesn't matter if it's art, doesn't matter if it's body modification, doesn't matter if you're gonna, even if you work for a business like that and you get some few $1,000s a year and the whole environment is like toxic like that. I mean, I don't want someone who's gonna be cocky and a jerk to be putting their art on my skin permanently, so Leviticus is really awesome for that. But I've also been trying to find other tattoo shops as well, because Leviticus isn't exactly super close to me, but I do like them. I like their aesthetic. I like their shop. I do recommend. You can come in. It's just YouTube. But yeah, so we've got that. You're just trying to make a show of yourself, aren't you? Hopefully I know how to edit this video because I have a lot of like dead time, this and that.
Give her a shot.
I have a shot. Or I have right there. That's my shot right there.
Give her a shot.
That's my gin right there. That's my shot.
Give her a shot. Oh, no.
What? No, we don't have a brand deal with them. You can't show them. I'm just kidding. But anyway. So we've got those. We got these earrings. These are like my smaller sized earrings. Whole bunch of them. I want to say, I know that the ones that are wooden, I don't know if they're actually wooden or not, but they are 6 gauge. And I believe also these blue glass ones are as well. And they're dusty because I haven't worn them in like 5 years probably. But I have these. And yes, they are glass. So that's really cool. They have small size jewelry. That is glass. And glass works super well for as far as piercing jewelry, especially particularly earrings, like stretched ears. I've noticed because I have thick ears and they get sweaty and they get this and they get that. When I have non-porous materials, well, that's what you're supposed to use anyway for piercing is non-porous materials. I use surgical grade stainless steel. I use glass. Rarely ever like plastic silicone stuff because as much as they can say it's medical grade or it's this or that, just for me, in my opinion, it's never really worked out well. I also have these. These are, again, surgical grade stainless steel. Not just stainless steel, not just I bought this at Hot Topic and I thought it looked cool, which I have done that, even knowing that you're not supposed to do that. I have done that. A lot of people have done that, even knowing better. And it's not really worth it because honestly, yeah, you can get, the cute Superman logo earrings, or you can get I like, these gemmed ones, they look the same as the one in the professional shops, but they're, $30 less. Well, you get what you pay for. And you might think, if it's stainless steel, it's stainless steel. Cars are made of stainless steel. There's stainless steel in scrap yards, that you can melt down and make into whatever you want. But it's not the same type of steel as surgical grade stainless steel. Also, there's like titanium and this and that. There are other metals that people have used and can use safely, that works really well. But for me, I typically tend to stay with, brass, the metal, stainless steel, glass. Yeah. And I didn't get to finish talking about these. Hello. Okay. Alright. These are one of my most expensive pairs of earrings. And they are weighted. And they're pretty heavy. As you can see how they were on my ears. They don't hurt my ears at all. They're actually kind of comfy. I like the feeling of a weighted earring. Like a heavier earring. Hence, these. Putting two together, making it a little bit more weighty, a little bit heavier. But these weights are actually used as much as they're used as decoration, they are also used as a tool. So if you end up buying weighted earrings, weighted stretchers, whatever, they're gonna stretch your ear out a little bit. And a lot of times that can work, for example, for me. And I bought these years ago. For example, for me, where I'm almost at my size, but they've shrunk a little bit, so I put these on and allow them to pull them down. Now, granted, you also have to keep in mind when you're stretching that way, your ears are gonna stretch downwards, right? as opposed to when you use a taper, which I don't have a taper, but you do a taper and you put the plug in, you're stretching it in a full circle. You're stretching this section, this section, this section, this section, the whole thing, rather than just pulling the ears down. And it depends on the type of look you're going for. It depends on how healthy your ears are, how thick your ears are, and really what's comfortable for your body. You know, if you get a tattoo or a piercing, if you get some plastic surgery done, and it just doesn't feel right, and it's not for you, and you don't like it. For one thing, if you know that before you get it done, don't get it done. If you notice afterwards, you know, you don't force yourself to stick with it for aesthetic purposes, because you know there's a reason why it might not work out for you. Because I've had piercings even before. Like I did this one myself, because the one that I had done at the shop was kind of more, I have to look in the, yeah, it was more up here, which is the correct placement. You know, it looked good and all that, but it would not heal in that crease. I don't know why, but it would not heal, would not heal, would not heal. So I took it out. And since I did have knowledge, I have been taught how to do it, I did my own piercing. I have some hollow point piercing needles. I had to get the correct gauge. And gauge, too, another thing about that is gauge is the size. It's like saying milliliter, ounces, pounds, centimeters. And sometimes people will calculate gauge size in centimeters or sometimes even millimeters, but I've seen centimeters and inches. Once you start getting to those bigger sizes, but gauge is the number. You know, like you might get an average piercing at 20 gauge, 18 gauge, maybe even 16 gauge. 14 gauge now is when you start getting into more of like, for example, I used to have an industrial piercing, and it was uncomfortable for me, so I took it out, even though it looked cool. And I have a different plan now. I plan all my piercings. So if you ever want to see me get a piercing, ever want to see me get a tat, let me know. I have many plans. I have many designs. I have many ideas, and it's gonna happen. Anyway, this is a 14 gauge barbell with a decorative tip, which I love. It's my absolute favorite decorative end piece there. And it looks like that. And pardon for saying all the time, because yeah, it's just like a habit. Anyway, yeah, 14 gauge, just like that. And also, I believe these cheap ass belly rings, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, are also about 14 gauge. I believe it is. Do you believe in love? Okay, I'm gonna stop right now. Anyway, and this is another one of my belly rings that I have. This one's super cute. But you know, again, these two are pieces I bought from the mall, and so they're a little sketchy, but they're cute. You know, they're cute, but also you gotta realize too the quality. Here's one of the differences between a good quality and bad quality piece of jewelry is, I don't know if you can see that, but the threads, and again, I don't know how, like, this doesn't really just autofocus, so it looks weird. I can't really show you, but here I took the ball off, right? And the end of it, you can kind of tell, has threading on the outside, right? What you want to see in a piece of jewelry is a smooth bar and the threading on the inside, so that the ball doesn't come with a hole in it. The ball that comes with a hole in it screws onto the outside part of the threading, So that's generally a cheaper piece of jewelry. Now, if you have a ball like this with the threading coming out of it, and then this piece is hollow so that you can put the threading, so that the ball has the threading on it, this one does not. Or it has the threading inside, rather, and then the ball has the screw point into it. Whereas this whole bar is acting as the screw point. So that when you put this in, I'm going to do this action, but it's a belly ring. When you put this in, it's going to scrape the piercing. You know, it's going to scrape the hole and create irritation. And then also, you don't know what kind of metal this is. You know, it could be stainless steel, yeah, but stainless steel could be what's on your refrigerator, what's on your car, you know, what's in the scrap metal pile. So you want surgical grade stainless steel. You do want to go to a reputable shop with reputable piercers, and people who are willing to educate you, not just tell you what to do. Because I've been in many shops where they just tell you what to do, and it's an ego thing for them, really, in my opinion. Because I've been to some shops where they don't even let you ask the question. They just have the answer. They just know everything. I don't mess with people like that. I don't like big egos. I don't like condescending people. Like, if you're smart and you know something, let me know. If you're telling me not to do something, tell me then what I should be doing. Don't just tell me that I'm just wrong, because that doesn't help anybody. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back because my cat's still in the porch, so give me a minute. Anyway, oh wow, that's so messy back there. Anyway, yeah, I've done a lot of rambling. Oh, this is cute. This is from my grandma, who passed away some years ago. If I can even show it properly, and you can't swing it. You can't swing it. Anyway, it's a little cherub angel with an emerald on his little wing. And that's very cute because my grandma was born in May. So emerald is the birthstone. And I was also born in May. So that's also my birthstone. Anyway. Oh yeah, I've got these. Just little random pieces. Okay, here, let me give you an example of what I was talking about. So, something like this is an example which you can't really tell again. And again, if you want a more clear video, I can do a video just about body modification or piercings or tattoos or whatever you want. But again, you can... Well, I don't know if you can see the threading, but I can see the threading on the outside. And again, this ball is fully round with a hole in it, right? So therefore, you put this piece in, it's going to scrape the piercing, right? Yes. Okay, we've said that. Can I get the ball on? I don't know. Let me try. And then... But here's an example of what you want. And now I'm not talking about just belly rings. I'm talking about any piece of jewelry you get. This is what you're looking for. Is... Whatever. Anyway, I have this one. Now this one is missing the ball to it. Let me see if I can't find another piece that's not missing the ball to it. Okay, yeah, this one. Now this one's tiny. I'm having a hard time showing, but see how that one is smooth? I don't know if you can tell, but that one is smooth. does not have threading on the outside, right? But there is a hole that you can't see because it's microscopic. There's a hole going hollowly into the piece where you take this bad boy, which is the ball, and you can't really see it because it's so freaking tiny. But it's like that, but it has the piece that would go screw to the inside. It basically looks like a ball with a little screw on the end. You can't see it. It's too small. My hands are big and my nails are ridiculous. So there's that. But then, so you have this piece, which is smooth. You have this piece with the screw on the end. And you just go ahead and stick that in there, if I can. And you turn it, and you kind of gotta finesse these things because they're so smooth. But I didn't fully screw that on yet, but it looks like that. And then just tighten that. And there you go. That's how that is. I think I'll make another video doing this again so that I can show you the actual technicality, the actual pieces, so you can see the crap on it, you know, or whatever. But anyway, I'm putting these things back in the bag because I'm real smooth. This is a little bit bent. This piece. It's a little bit bent, but it is a continuous ring. Well, it's not a continuous ring because it's open there. But this is a nose ring. This is rose gold. It was like $90 at St. Sabrina's, which is another good piercing place, but very expensive, very spendy. But this piece has lasted, you know, and I can keep using it whenever I want. It is a little bit flimsy in the sense that you can just bend it and unbend it, but that's what you get when you have a really small piece of metal. And this part's flat. I keep doing this like it's gonna make the vision better, but you know, my camera doesn't have autofocus, so. But so you put it all the way in, and you let this part, this non-stopped part come out of your nose, and then the flat part sits on your nose as the piece. So it's like a ring with a little, you know, piece. Anyway, I'm all kind of talked out on that subject, I guess. If you ever want any other advice or information, then I'm totally open to doing that. I want to continue to make music videos, YouTube videos. I mean, I'll make a music video too if you want to pay me to do that. Shout out to Mariah Carey. Hello. No, I'm just kidding. Man, you know, I'm so upset though because I never got to see Linkin Park before Chester died, and I'm upset about that. Is this like too long to be upset about it? Anyway, putting my things away. Yeah, I'd kind of like to make this maybe an advice channel, an information channel. I have a lot of subjects. I kind of have an eclectic personality. And yeah, I guess for now, that's it. We'll see ya. Peace. See you later. Y'all are great. And that's my boyfriend. Now I don't know how to stop it. Wonder if I could just turn this off. I know you're making faces.